I was born in the struggle, born to survive, born in a place that you don't make it out alive. They thought it was over, thought I was dead, but you can't kill a man that was born to be born again. Been shaded in the shadow of doubt, so lost, thought I couldn't be found. Everybody tried to count me out, so did I, can't lie. I barely got by the skin of my teeth, sinking sand up under my feet. And I'll be damned if I ever let the enemy get the best of me. You see, I was born in the struggle, born to survive, born in a place that you don't make it out alive. They thought it was over, thought I was dead, but you can't kill a man that was born to be born again. Born to be born again. Been down at the end of my road, hanging on by the thread of my soul. Giving up just ain't in my bones. I keep my head held high, cause ain't no climb that is ever too steep. Waters rise, but they're never too deep. I'll be damned if I ever let the enemy get the best of me. You see, I was born in the struggle, born to survive.
This is actually what I bought for this year, Chase and myself for reading it. That's why there's 2 sticky notes. But it's been a really good one to get through the Bible in 1 year. So if they have it somewhere I can link it, I will. I think I got it from like Mardell. But yeah, it's been a good one so far if you're looking to start something like that.
Place that you don't make it out alive. They thought it was over, thought I was dead, but you can't kill a man that was born to be born again. I was born to be born again. Can't kill a man that was born to be born.
So I'm out of the shower. I will say most mornings I don't shower. I shower at night before bed, but hair wash day, I do shower in the morning so I can style it. And I've had so many questions on how I curl my hair, so I want to put it up here. I'm also going to put one up over on Instagram as well. But I was starting to put on my makeup and I'm like, well, if I'm going to show my hair, I might as well just do like a get ready with me and like throw that in here with the morning routine. So I'm going to show you just like my quick makeup routine. I'm going to let my hair air dry a little bit. I don't like to dry it immediately when it comes out because I have so much now that I have hair extensions. So let's fix this face and then I'll show you guys how I curl my hair too. Just so we're on the same page, the only thing I've put on is this. I like to put this on in the mornings. It's just a moisturizer. And then I recently have been trying this out. I'm on day 3. So I was looking for a good BB cream that was tinted for the days that I don't want to have like a ton of makeup on and a full face. Like I love my Il Makiage. I've been wearing this for years and love it. But I was influenced and someone said this was buildable and I have loved this. I have loved wearing this, and it's just off Amazon. Both of these are, so I can link it for you. But if you're wanting just like a makeup look, you can control how much. Like you can put a thin layer on, you can put it thicker, whatever you need, but I've loved just wearing this as my foundation. Next, I'm gonna put on like my contour stick, so you can use whatever. I'm not gonna like swear by one. I feel like I've had a lot and I like them all. I do prefer like a cream versus a powder, but like that's it. That's all I do with that. And then I take a brush and just kind of like rub it in. And this is good, so if you ever don't have like the perfect shade foundation, like sometimes it's hard. I feel like when you're contouring and even using like concealer, you can kind of get away with not a perfect shade, but this is all I do. And it like does not take much time at all. Next, I'm gonna use my concealer, and I like to put that right here, down my nose, my eyes, and just like the top of my lips, so just like right here in the center. And then I'm just gonna take a brush and pat it in like I did the contour. Now I do like to contour my nose a little bit. You could use that same stick with a brush. I just still have my Saint pack that I love, but you obviously could use the same thing. And I just kind of go down my nose. Sorry guys, I'm having to like look at my mirror to look at this one. And I just do a little bit there. And then that's it. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is my blush. I've been using more of this rust color. I've learned now that I'm using, like, I had my colors done, you guys know that. It didn't last long in my closet, but I've been using it more with my makeup and it's made a huge difference. Like, I can always tell when you guys like something or don't like something because you tell me. And when I switched my blushes out for more of my color, I can even tell, like, my face just glows a little more. So I'm wearing one of those colors. Now I'm gonna take some setting spray. This is on Amazon too, so I can link it. I just put it on my little sponge. You can spray your face too. I just feel like sometimes this locks it in a little better, especially since I wear cream makeup. And I just tap all of that in. You can do this before blush too. When I do this before blush, it probably stays brighter. It's just sometimes I forget. So I either do it before or after. So I like to line my lips. I actually did a recent, let me grab a mirror. I did a recent reel over on Instagram showing all my different lip combos. So if you want to see those, definitely head on over there and check it out. But I just did my lip liner, which I feel like is a must. And then I always use like a pinky nude. And then I take a little bit of gloss. And that's my lips. I will say I normally do my lips last, but I felt like I was being washed out on camera really bad. So my eyes, I go in and I just add a little bit of eyeliner from, I have permanent eyeliner underneath here, and I just connect it to my false eyelash. Now I will say I finally got a coupon code for my false eyelashes. I've been asking for years. I've been wearing them since like 2023. They finally gave me one, so I'll have it linked down below and you can get 10% off. But if you want to see how I do it, I put a reel up over on Instagram. So I have a highlight bubble that's like a little bit more detailed, and then I have a reel if you want to move a little bit faster. But yeah, if you want to know how I do it, it's so easy. And like I said, I have that link down below. So that was my eyes. And then I get asked about my eyeshadow a lot. So this was like a PR gift. If I can link it, I will, but basically it's just a liquid eyeshadow, and I just put it like on the edge right above my crease. And that is literally all I do. And then I just, you guys, putting makeup on in front of a camera is hard. And then I just blend it in, and I try to stay off over here to the side as best as I can so it stays darker. And that is it. Like, that's all I wear. Now, just to touch on the lashes, every time I talk about these and I'm like, you can wear them for 10+ days, people want to know how I take my eye makeup off. I think what you're forgetting is, like, when you don't have mascara on, you don't have to rub your eye, which is why I love lashes. Even if I ever want a natural look, I really don't see me wearing mascara again, because the idea of rubbing my eye every single night and adding wrinkles stresses me out. So at night, this would be wet because, like, I've washed my face, it's wet. I just take it and wipe around my eye. So I just wipe all of that off with a wet cloth, and that's it. So easy peasy. So here's where I'm at. The only other thing I have left are brows. I can link this too. It's Amazon. I haven't been going, sorry guys, this is gonna be a mess. I haven't been going as crazy, but I do like to just style them a little bit. Just like so. Nothing crazy. Just enough to like fluff them up and make them a little thicker. But I'm telling you this, like, when I'm not filming, it literally takes me probably 5 minutes, definitely under 10. And that is my makeup for the day. So anything I can link, I'll have linked down below in the description box. One more thing, I forgot, I normally spray this. It's another setting spray. And it feels like you're spraying hairspray on your face. But I'm telling you, between doing the mist spray, this, or even if you have this, and then the hairspray spray, which isn't hairspray, I'll try to link one too. I'm sure they have knockoffs too. I think they do. So if they have the other one, I've had another version too. It definitely feels like you're spraying hairspray on your face, but it locks it all in, because I don't want to be touching up my makeup all day long. I don't mind a few touch-ups, but these are definitely the way to go.
It took a real long time for me to see, but I'm alright with what's wrong with me. No, I ain't found the light. At least now I see that I'm alright with what's wrong with me. What's wrong with me? Trust me, I don't know the first.
While I cool off and my curling iron heats up, I'm gonna show you how I curl my hair, but first I'm gonna make this bed.
About being flawless and perfect. If only you knew all the worthless I fought. Covered my arms up with cursive to cover the thoughts I was cursed with. Guess I just hated the person I saw. That mirror was no friend to me, was my own worst enemy. Till I found a way.
Okay, so now it's hair time. I got my bed made and all that. I'm gonna use just a heat protectant on my hair. Like I said, I'll link anything that I can down below. But I spray this all around, especially in those extensions, before I start curling. Okay, so I can link this too. I love this one. I think it's the 1.5 inches. I have the inch as well. Maybe it's 1.25 inches. I don't know. I'll link the right one. I'll look it up. So set it anywhere between 360 and 390 in my opinion. Okay, so I'm gonna take this front section, and this is the smallest piece I do. Now sometimes I do this different. Sometimes I'll do it differently and I go up and I just wrap this piece typically. I won't really do the rest like that, but just my 2 front pieces so that I can get that curl a little bit higher. And these I do like to hold for a second because I feel like they fall the fastest. But when I'm grabbing, I'm having to grab, and like these front pieces don't matter as much, but I'm gonna show you as I go back, I have to be careful because I have extensions in my hair. So I have this piece, I have the little clamper in the front. I just put it in there and twist, and I let it set a little bit. And I will say at first, it does take a little bit to get used to, but this saves like the ends of your hair because they're not getting heat the whole time. So now that I have blonde in my hair, obviously I'm trying to be way more careful, and that's it. So I just keep doing that. But as I get back here, I'm trying to make sure this top hair pulls in with my extension. Otherwise you're gonna see my hair curled and then my extension curled. And I did that for a little while because I couldn't figure it out. And my sweet hairstylist was like, I don't think you're grabbing high enough. So if you're watching this, thank you. I've gotten a lot of questions about my hair extensions, about my hair in general. So I keep trying to tell everybody like I have hair extensions. I'm gonna link her Instagram down below. And if you have any questions, I'm sure she would be thrilled to help you. I mean, I can answer what I can, but she's amazing. She has a good Instagram, even like where I go. They have like a page, and it's normally like, it's fun, and then they also have educational stuff on there. But like I said, I'll link her for you, but this is just what I do. I just keep like grabbing sections, twisting until I get it all the way down to the end. Now, is this a little time consuming? Yes. Like today is my morning routine is going so much longer, but once this is curled, I don't do this again until I have to wash my hair. I may have to touch up my front pieces sometimes. What I will say, I finally learned, because washing my hair takes a lot with extensions, I've learned that I pull, like I just wash the top half of my hair, so above my extensions, and that has been a game changer. So I fully wash my hair, and then the next 2 times I just wash and dry the top of my hair, and I will kind of recurl it then just to make it all look fresh. But that has saved me so much time, and you can do that even without extensions. I wish I would have known that years ago because I have very, very, very oily hair, and I've always just like washed and dried it so many times. Consider just doing that top half, and it makes it look fresh, because like that's where my hair gets oily anyways, is like up here with my bangs and back there with my crown. So for me, extensions have saved me so much time, even though when it is hair day it takes more time. Like it's just so nice waking up and like all I have to do is brush my hair and throw some hairspray in it. And then I have like my lashes, I have my lashes done. So then I do like my 5-minute face and I'm like good to go. So I feel like I look high maintenance, and I kind of am because I have extensions and I do my lashes, which I do myself. But you wake up and you're like already put together. And like when I go to bed, I like brush my hair, put some oil in the ends, and you just don't feel like ragged. You still like look decent. Like, and I do take my makeup off, but that's how this side goes. Now, how I wrapped it in the beginning, you could do that all the way through. So if you have more of a wand, or if you have a curling iron, but you're not ready to do this, I'll show you on the next one. You can take that section and hold it down like this, and you can just wrap it. Just make sure you don't burn yourself. Now this way, I try to keep my ends off of it so it's not burning it, and then at the end you can kind of pull it so it still gets a curl, but you can do that way as well. I've just gotten used to the other way so much that that's what I do. So I'm gonna finish up this side and then we'll go to the other side just in case you wanna see how I do it over there. But I do spray it, I'm gonna let it cool. Now we're gonna move over here to this side. So I like to just brush it out, make sure my hair tangles so easy, like even before extensions. Okay, so again, like if we're gonna curl this piece like how we did over there, I'm gonna grab it in my other hand now. I'm gonna face it down and I'm gonna wrap, just so I can get that curl a little bit higher. Just like so, see that? And then we're just gonna start that process over. I will say anytime you're trying a new skill, like if it's putting on lashes, or if it's the way you're gonna do your makeup, or if it's gonna be the way you curl your hair, it's going to feel weird at first, but you just have to push through. Like, your hair may not look good curled at first, like the way you're curling it. Like mine didn't. If you go back and watch my videos when I first got them, I was like, what am I doing wrong? And I just kept thinking, I'm just gonna push through because I'll be glad eventually that I did it. And now I am. Like now it's second nature. I can do this all day long. So sometimes you just gotta do it. So once again, if you have hair extensions, it's just making sure you're grabbing your real hair with your extension. Or maybe you just have layers and you want it to look like one solid piece. Just grab a little bit higher and make sure. And that for me was the hardest part. Like it took me a little while to figure that out, and now it's super easy. I just watched tons of videos and I kept practicing. And it's just kind of knowing that right little area to grab. And then I do look at it and try to make sure like I can see extensions. Like if you see right here, you have extensions. This is my real hair, this is my fake hair. So that's what I mean. I'm just putting those two together. And then my real hair is curling into this curl. And it looks like all one piece versus like short curls up here and then long curls down here. It's just one long curl. If you don't have extensions, it's gonna be way easier. Let me just say that. It'll be less complicated. There we go, so it's curled. Like I said, I'm gonna let it cool more because I like for it to just hold as much curl as possible. Because obviously every day you wake up, you lose a little bit of curl, but I'm not gonna lie, day one, it tends to be too curly for me. I love day 2 and I love day 3. It's just more of like a loose wave, but I rather curl it tight so I can get through all those days and not have to keep putting heat on it every day. So that's how I do it. I'll show you how I run my fingers through it and add oil later. But I need to get my steps in. I like to walk 30 minutes in the morning. We own a treadmill. We even bought a really nice one. I tend to do better if I just walk circles in my living room. I showed this before. I'm just more consistent with it. I need to get better so I can like walk on an incline and do all that. But it's just so much more doable if I just go in my living room and start walking. So I'm gonna put on some sneakers. I'm gonna go walk and get 30 minutes of steps in, and then I'll come back and finish my hair.
It took a real long time for me to see, but I'm alright with what's wrong with me. No, I ain't found the light. At least now I see that I'm alright. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong with me? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Found out I fit in with the misfits, and I feel the same as the different. Just had to learn how to live with myself. Finally making some peace with all of my jagged edge pieces. I booked a ticket, I'm leaving this hell. That mirror was no friend to me, was my own worst enemy. Till I found a way to move on and sing a new song. It took a real long time for me to see, but I'm alright with what's wrong with me. No, I ain't found a lie. At least now I see that I'm alright with what's wrong with me. What's wrong with me? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong with me? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong?
I've gotta keep the calm before the storm. I don't want less, I don't want more. Must bar the windows and the doors to keep me safe, to keep me warm. Yeah, my life is what I'm fighting for. Can't part the sea, can't reach the shore. And my voice becomes the driving force. I won't let this pull me overboard. God, keep my head above water, don't let me drown. It gets harder, I'll meet you there at the altar as I fall down to my knees. Don't let me drown, drown, drown. Don't let me drown.
I feel like today is one of the longest mornings. Just doing my hair slows everything down. We've had like extended family stuff happening. It just feels like a lot, so I gotta wrap this morning up. So like I said, I leave my curls in for a while. If I'm not going anywhere, I just think why not? But if you're leaving, you can just wait a few minutes and brush them out. It's not a big deal. So I'm just gonna brush it. You can run your fingers through, but I don't know, I like to break them up. What's funny is I don't even love the tight curls, so I probably should brush them out sooner, but I feel like it just holds longer, so I can get by more days not having to curl it. And then I just come in, I need a good texture spray. I'm almost out. Yeah, I'm out. So I need to switch that up, but that's it. And then I have like texture, like powder for up here if I want more volume, but like I'm not doing much today. So that is it. Sorry, today's video is probably so scattered. I'm like doing my morning stuff and then getting ready and then I break and do something else, but I wanted you guys to just see like how realistic it is. I'm just like bouncing around. So like I don't have a lot of dead time in the mornings, but I will say my evenings are like slow. That's why I haven't filmed a evening routine in a while. You guys would just see us like, I don't know, not doing a lot. Mornings I'm just like typically working to, which you guys aren't seeing because I'm like on camera today instead of editing. But some days are slower than others. When I don't have my hair, it's easier, but I do like to stay busy. So if like my curls are kind of cooling off, I make the bed, or sometimes while my hair's air drying, I'm doing my 30-minute walk. So I just kind of bounce back and forth. I love to get as much done before lunch as possible. That's just when I'm the most awake. Like I am a night owl, I like to stay up, but I'm more productive in the mornings. Like in the evenings, I want to chill. So I feel like just getting it done really helps me throughout the day, so then I can just slow down as I get tired throughout the day. And I will say, starting in the morning, getting my steps, if I'll do the 30 minutes in the morning, I hit my 10,000 so much easier than if I wait and do that 30 minutes at night. I don't know what it is, it just like compounds. It's like the debt snowball for some reason. So if I can get that done before lunch or right after lunch, I definitely try to do that. So yeah, I have one more thing left I have to do, is the vibration plate. So I'm gonna go get on that. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. Sometimes when I'm filming, I just like completely black out and miss something, but that's how it's going. I wanted to show you my necklace real fast. So I've been so big into jewelry lately, and I was on like Pinterest or something, and I saw this like locket necklace, and I'm like, that's so cute. And I was just like researching, like I was gonna buy one used. And then it clicked to me because it showed how you hooked. It's just a Louis Vuitton lock, which you could just get a normal lock, but they come on like bags and different things. Like if you have a Speedy or anything, or if you just want to buy this, you can just buy the lock. And I had Chase take off the hook to this actual necklace, and I just put it through. So like literally to get it off, I have to take the keys and unlock it. So I'll have to probably keep those in my purse just in case there's ever an emergency, but I literally made that necklace and I love it. It's cute. So now let's go do the VT.
God, keep my head above water. I lose my breath at the bottom. Come rescue me. I'll be waiting. I'm too young to fall asleep. So God, keep my head above water. Don't let me drown. It gets harder. I'll meet you there at the altar as I fall down to my knees. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. And keep my head above water. Above water.
Okay guys, that is a wrap. I hope you guys enjoyed this morning routine. I feel like I get a lot done, but yet I'm not getting a lot done. It's just like checking stuff off the list so then I can enjoy the rest of the day. But thank you so much for being here. If it was scattered, I'm gonna try to edit it well so it's not just like me bouncing around, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I appreciate you guys being here so much. If you have any questions about my makeup routine or my hair routine, feel free to ask. I'll answer the best I can. I'm gonna have a ton of links down below in my description box. If you have any video requests that are like home related, definitely let me know so I can add those to the list. I'm having a hard time like filling up my month, so if there's any suggestions, like I said, I would do like an evening routine, but we just don't do a lot that I'd put on camera. It's more like family time, and you guys know I don't show my family a ton. Like Chase comes and goes, but I don't show Savvy. So yeah, let me know. But I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.